Yes, ma'am. Very clear.
Okay, let's get this rolling. Andre, good morning.
Good morning. I'm blessed. How about you?
I am good. Thank you so much for asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I gotta ask. Did you watch the game last night?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Okay.
Did you
What was your
watch it?
favorite part?
That the Eagles won, the underdog.
Okay. Yes.
You watched it? How
Uh,
about you? You watched it?
I watched it too.
That's
What was your
good.
favorite ad?
Man, it was so many. I liked it all of them. I ain't lying. All of them was nice. That Dunkin' Donut was my really favorite one. 'Cause I like Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. So we're glad that you made it here today. Do you know what we're doing today?
No, ma'am. Could you please update me?
All right. I like that. So what we're doing is a treatment team meeting. That is you, me, your nurse, and your social worker, right? So we're going to talk about your diagnosis. I will strictly stay on the mental health part because I know the medical part you got it down pat.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
The
ma'am.
1, 2, 3 that you follow, I will not even talk about those, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And so the one thing ever since I started seeing you that we've talked about is, do you have a mental illness?
I,
Is it schizophrenia? Hold on, guys. Or is it substance induced? Meaning, did you take something that altered your mind and you did something?
no,
And I'm saying
ma'am.
this into quote because I'm not accusing you of anything.
Right.
I'm
I know.
saying
I
that
know. I
you
know.
know. So this has been the question ever since we started, meeting, and this has been written on your chart all over the place.
Right.
There were times where we are like, is this psychosis? Is this hyper-religious? Is this substance use?
Right.
And there are times where we're like, is it completely clear? Do we need medicine or do we not? So we've been going back and forth with that, and you went to the hospital and they're like, I don't know. So that's where we go.
Okay. Well, the main thing is, um, when somebody do something to you and they wrong, it's a cover up. So they try to make you look like they put me in this box. I'ma say that I'm this person and I have a mental illness that which all of it is a lie. I beg a difference to all of it. I beg the difference because think about it. If I know how to take my medicine properly, if I'm fighting this case on my own, if I'm taking them to trial just by me and my wife, if I can remember everything from the past last 10 years, if it's a lot of things that I'm doing in my personal life and in my life that a great father, grandfather, it doesn't add up to show that I have a mental illness. The reason why the judge may say I have a mental illness because I had a few words that I told her in the courtroom and she said she would say to me, to Elms, I did get angry. I apologize for that. But that doesn't make me have a mental illness. If that's the case, everybody got mental when they get mad. See what I'm saying? So, everybody get mad. Everybody get frustrated. Like I said, this is a 25-year-old charge that I was in jail when the crime happened. They offered me 6 years on a life sentence. And I told them no. And the 6 year was house probation, not in jail, house probation. I mean, house arrest.
So, Andre, we
Uh-huh.
talk all about that, and I think one of the things that I've heard, and that is like, well, he needs medication versus he can be just fine without antipsychotic, is that one, listen to me carefully. They say that they got your DNA on what they identify as the crime scene, right?
Right.
So it's a rape charge. They say they got your
Right.
DNA on the victim person, physical
Right.
person. That's one. And that you are saying, well, no, it's not. They can't understand how you can, I don't know, you're supposed to accept that it is indeed your DNA that victim physical person. And then the other thing is that you will not accept the home probation for 6 years.
Yeah, and I got papers showing.
If you were to be found guilty, you could go to jail for life.
Yeah, and I got papers showing that the DNA it says inconclusive. The DNA tube is 9 days outdated. They did October the 21st. They test my DNA 2000, but they got October the 1st. I mean October 9th. They test my DNA in 2000. They say, but October 9th. I mean October 1st. They got on the DNA tube, and I asked Marco Lindsay, who got me in this program. She said it's a typo. So I said, who make mistakes like that? I got these papers in my bag right now. That's why I carry this bag with me. I got everything to show my exoneration. Now, if I had a mental illness or if I had my right mind, they would take them 6 years house arrest easy. So you think a person ready to go fight life in jail and they know they did a crime? Anybody would have took them 6 years. Think about it. It just don't make no sense. But I know what I did not do. And they try to make it seem like I have a mental illness. Lindsay specifically told me this here. This is my words. I promise. Forget. I'm not gonna swear, Lord. I promise to God. She said, "Let's go try the incompetency program. Due to your illness, the judge might throw it out." And when she said that, throw it out, I said, "Oh, well, let's go. I'm with it." But I did not know I'm gonna have to go through this program, get sent to Elms, and have a massive stroke. I didn't know all this was gonna happen to me. I wouldn't agree to her with that. I wouldn't agree because first thing, when you go to upstate, everybody that go upstate get their DNA tube test. Everybody. There's nobody in the system that's not got their DNA test when they go upstate. So why y'all need it the second time? He said we had to make sure that was you. That's a lie. So I asked him again. Let's reach. I got text messages on my phone showing me and Lindsay going back and forth, talking about the DNA analysis. Man, he said that he didn't test the DNA tube. He just went over the papers. Along with I got papers showing I got my own DNA analysis showing that we got the papers showing that it is conclusive. Inconclusive means it's not me. So
okay, hold on with me, please. Hold on. We've talked about all these. Now, here's the other thing also that they make people think that you may have a mental illness. So the first thing is the DNA. They're like, if it's your DNA, it's your DNA. The second thing is that you're not taking this golden, offer of 6 years home probation. And the third thing is that you may have said this a few different times, and this is not an exact quote, but it's along the line that how God will download something in the computer for the jury to understand that you are innocent.
No, I said the justice system gonna do what they supposed to do and do right by me, because the truth is gonna come out, and I got the trust in the justice system. I mean, I believe in God, don't get me wrong, but the justice system, either they do or they going to be the ones that's going to be held accountable for not doing right. That's what I mean.
All right. So then let's get it for the record today. You do not want psychiatric medication.
No, indeed not. And I got papers showing that it's going to go with it's going to go contrary with my heart. I take itraconazole.
There are plenty of grandiose people walking out there without taking medication. They function, they go to work, they do a lot of stuff. If I have to be honest, maybe I'm a little bit grandiose.
Hey, no, you're not. You're wonderful. Watch your words. Watch your words. Why would you speak? You're wonderful. But contrary to that, I take itraconazole. If you look it up, itraconazole and warfarin. If you look it up, it kind of acts for my medicine. Right.
Sometimes I am very hyper religious. I can walk right now and talk to Jesus. Okay?
There we go. Say that name. You heard me? Say that name, yeah. Say that name, Miss
So
Belgian.
then these things by themselves does not warrant every people to take medicine.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
people will
That's
be
right.
psychotic. Let's just
That's
be
right.
honest. I could use some right now, right? So then I just need to know that. Listen, one for your everything that is going on with your physical health, and then two, you plain don't want it, and that's fine. All I gotta do is just write them a note and say, hey, this is where we are. This is where we're going. Deal?
Yes, ma'am. Because I know what's going on. I don't need help to
Okay.
find out what's
So
going on
the
in
next
court.
thing I have to talk about is weed. Are you still smoking weed?
Nah, I let them switch my medicine from the Suboxones, and I stopped smoking the weed because that was my pain medicine. That's what I was using for pain. And then my muscles tighten up a lot and tense up a lot, and due to anxiety too. So I just told him to take it off, and he be giving me Suboxones instead for the pain.
Okay, so you want Suboxone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So where do we go from here? I'm gonna write a letter to the judge and let them know, hey, we stopped. This is where we are. Then you can continue to come and see me, but I'll be more than happy to see you as often
Yes,
as I
ma'am.
can. And we'll just sit back and talk.
This is
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Did you take a look at the papers that you?
Anything to add? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Banner. Go ahead.
Did you take a look at the papers that you took copies of to make sure that everything I was saying was telling the truth about me being in jail, about the charges owed?
I took a copy of it and I think I placed it in your chart.
Yeah, I just want to go to court. You know, I know everything was going on. I know the judge. I know who the DA is. I know the prosecutor is. I'm just ready to go to trial. Yeah, cause this 6 years. This year makes 6 years I've been fighting this charge, and I've been in this program for like 2 years. You know, I'm just ready to go to trial. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes or no? Do you want to go to trial?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
We good. All right. Any question you guys want to add? Anything you want to add?
So, are you clear upon what Dr. Bellis is going to send to the judge?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you say everything is fine, right? Everything. You're gonna write that my medical, my medical, and my what else you say?
All right. One, I did not say everything is fine. What I said is I would write the judge.
I mean, that's not what I'm trying to refer to. But go ahead.
I would write the judge and say that you may have had signs of psychosis or grandiosity, but right now you are functioning, within, what is expected of you. And two, you do not want these medicines. It's your choice. It's your right. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want it, you don't want it, right? And then that you do want to go to trial, indeed, and that's also
Right.
your rights.
But do you think that I need to take medicine from your experience? Do I look or seem like I have any mental problems or mental illness in your perspective?
There are times in previous encounter that you have showed more than a few symptoms of either paranoia or delusion.
Paranoia? Like how?
So right now, or for the past few months, I mean, you're not taking any medication and you're functioning fine. Can you get by without it? Yes, you can. So that's really it.
So that's paranoia?
That's a long time ago. We're not going to do paranoia less than 101. I am in a clinic, so we need to get this rolling.
Yes, ma'am.
Waiting for.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I just had to get it clear.
No, we good, Dr. Belzins. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You have a blessed morning, too.
Saying, yes, you want to go to court, to trial. No, you do not want psychiatric medication. And if you have symptoms, you are functioning, within reason with them. So, that's what I was saying.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And know that these are your not only your choices, these are your rights. You have the rights to refuse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, team. I appreciate you.
Thank you, dear. Have a good one.
Let me know if the other person show up.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, my dear.
All right.
Have a good night.
I'll
Have a good
find it and
morning.
send it to you.
Okay.